My dad lived till he was 81.
81, see, it's a good age, isn't it?
Weren't for him, he died.
When you're selling a car to a man, it all comes down to who's got the biggest todger. You have to make him think that his is bigger. But in order to sell it to him, you have to know that yours is the biggest.
I've got the biggest todger in the world.
It's not as big as mine, Paul. As big as mine.
He sent Mary and Joseph to Bethlehem to have his son, and thereby to start the Christian faith.
Why do you think that God with all this pull? I mean, he'd have found him a better place to stay than a stable.
Well, there wasn't no room at the inn that night.
Oh, it was Christmas. Everywhere's crowded at Christmas.
I hope that you and your friend enjoy your hiking holiday and don't find our little town too boring. We have never been camping, as Uncle Harvey does not get on with chemical toilets.
Excuse me, do you mind? This is private.
Come on your feet, all of you. Come on, now, we must get back to work. Right. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Yeah, we're one short, too. Where's Ives?
Oh, he's outside desecrating holy ground.
How do you mean?
He's having a slash in the churchyard.
Look at that, Lawrence. Look at this tiling here, madam. Just come off in my hand.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Anna Nugent, pool attendant at Newton Abbot Sports and Leisure Centre.
Ladies and gentlemen, don your leggings, exercise your applause muscles and let yourselves go as Martine McCutcheon is Anna Nugent, a swimming pool attendant at Newton Abbot Sports and Leisure Centre.
It's really lucky there, you know, because Carl Fogarty comes up in a Yamaha 750 and parks it perfectly.
You are foolish, Doctor. Next time, we will kill you.
Alistair Murdoch McCoist, you are charged with numerous offences during your alleged football career. How do you plead?
Ally McCoist! Going down! Going down! Ally McCoist!
Not guilty! Ha! We will see about that.
If it pleases the court, I'd like to outline the defence of my client in this manner.
If you must.
Thank you, Your Honour. Well, look, my client is innocent. Over the next 70 minutes, I intend to prove this fact with a multitude of evidence that I have gathered. I will show you carelessness, people losing their heads, animals that are crackers, complete imposters, the slippery slope into incompetence, unacceptable behaviour, and never seen before footage from a question of sport.
Don't you do that!
Your Honour, I am sure that after the court has seen the evidence, the jury will have no hesitation in proving my client not guilty.
Oh, I doubt that very much. Jeremy, can we have the case for the prosecution, please?
Ah, this is going to be brilliant. We're going to see all the classic goals from my career. Like that one for Scotland in Euro 96.
Here's Ally McCoist! Yes!
And then the screamer for Rangers in the cup final.
Send it through back into shot to McCoist! And Ally McCoist strikes!
And of course the winner against Celtic.
That's for Ally McCoist! And Rangers are ahead!
It's offside. The first charge levelled at the defendant is that on the night of 19th June 1996, he caused great heartache to the nation of Scotland by his willful and careless neglect to his duties as a striker. Well, hang on. What about all those goals I scored during my career? Silence! Have you ever been on trial before, Mr. McCoist? Yes, once, Your Honour, when I was 16 with St Johnstone, but they took me off after 40 minutes. If it pleases the court, I would like to show Mr. McCoist's glaring misses in that particular match. That was so bad, it left his manager with no alternative but to substitute him. Silence! If you persist with these outbursts, I will have to hold you in contempt. I've been held in worse places. Haven't we all? Let's see the evidence.
Taken by Collins, Jury trying to reach it, McCoist! Beaten away somehow by Pascalon. This is McKinley. This is Burley. McAllister, McCoist surely! Oh! McAllister takes in, goes Calderwood. It's drifted through to Burley. McCoist! Ball is out of play. There's another chance for Ally McCoist.
As you can see, it's clear that the defendant showed a level of neglect unseen by a sportsman in any field. What do you have to say for yourself? I've been set up. By the looks of things, you were set up 3 times and still missed. Nice one, Dad. Your Honour, I have proof of even worse neglect in the face of duty. Would the court like to see it? If we must, but it'll make no difference. He's guilty.
Now here's a novel way of going faster in the bobsleigh. Push one of your teammates out. Don't go without me, guys. There's nothing like high-speed motor racing. Unfortunately for poor Dwayne Bewley, engine trouble meant this was nothing like high-speed motor racing.
Look at the encouragement from the crowd. Keep it going, mate. Keep it going, mate. And push, push, push. This is real guts and determination. I'm going to get the car home if it's the last thing I do. And you can see
inches.
He's up to the grid now. How far have I got to go? Oh,
Superhuman act. It is an uphill climb.
How far have I got to go?
And this is like trying to get a freight train started, but he's looking, he's not giving up.
We'll catch up with him later. But meanwhile, motorcyclist Valentino Rossi was so excited at his Spanish Grand Prix victory, he was caught short. That's not the winner's podium, Valentino. Tour de France spectators like to take snaps, but remember to be careful.
They go across the town square to the roundabout and turn left, and in front of him is the most beautiful finish for a climber.
Well, Guarini has only one... that is disgraceful. Right in the way of going. A spectator got in the way. Well, I can't believe that. I've never seen that happen before here at Alpe d'Huez. And that man, I was about to tell you, was going to his first victory of the season. Well, Paul, look at that. Standing in the middle, this man...
Crash! Bang! Wallop! What a picture!
Now, the adrenaline flows and he's still away. He's got to win.
Here's America's Kit Kyle, proving that with all the pressure in sport, it's no wonder that people can sometimes fall apart.
The track. Bike's broken in half. Bike has fallen apart, Will. Breathing hard, psyching himself up, and then just a matter of 5 metres into the kilo distance, it fell apart.
American kart racing is so exciting it can leave you in a spin.
Brian Hurt, oh no! Brian, you so nearly took out your team boss. He braked late to stop Greg coming past him, and he so nearly took Bobby off with him.
As we know, Americans will do anything to get to the top.
And he was thinking of his teammate, he knew he was going to...
Oh, that's
Alex Barron.
Oi! You can't park there, mate!
No, I have no idea. The yellow flags must have been out.
Amazingly, both drivers were okay. I wonder how Dwayne's getting on. Well, the big push is clearly still on. I bet he wishes he'd joined the RAC now. Oh, let's leave him to it. Now, cycling from Spain. Look, Mum, I'm on telly. Look, Mum, I brought down the race leader. Woo! Now, when a driver is tearing down the home straight at 140 miles an hour, here's an example of what you don't want to happen.
It's thing right up as he goes down the crane. He won't be able to see a thing. Fabulous, says Matt. 1 down, 4 to go.
It's unbelievable. What's
driving and it's up. It's over. He cannot now see a thing.
Behind Anthony Reid's also his wedge.
Now that's Menu behind him. That's Ella Menu stuck behind him. Menu forces his way past. Muller is blind. Muller is blind on the pit entrance. If anyone else wants to pit now, that is a huge problem. He's blocking the entrance. He cannot see. He's sitting on the floor of the car. Marshall's running down to see if they can give him a push. He's inching his way in. He still blocks the pit lane.
There's the beginning.
No,
this is for contact.
He nerfed somebody. That was the back of Rickard Rydell's Volvo. Vauxhall team problems at go-go. Tape it up, race tape.
What's needed is a really professional mechanic's job. But even Tyrone from the garage in Corrie could do a better job than this. Still, at least he's first to the tape. Now here's a new sport from Portugal. It's called chasing your go-kart. I think it could be a runaway success. I don't think he's ever heard of the Green Cross Code, you know. Look both ways. Let's go back to the States. And a couple of NASCAR drivers politely discuss who was at fault in this crash.
Tony is not happy at the moment.
No, he isn't. Looks like he's waiting for somebody.
Looks to me like Tony Stewart wants to swap insurance details.
And there are his frustrations.
Come on, man, keep going.
Now, Tony Stewart certainly is not a happy man. Meanwhile, some less than cool runnings from the wacky world of bobsleigh. Can you spot the odd man out?
Now here's Dumbrek coming up behind car number 2, the second of the Toyotas. Dumbrek just taken over in the car, moving. He's off! Unbelievable, that car has just taken off and flown through the air. It's actually, well, as you saw, it left the circuit proper.
Any typical Le Mans driver is head over heels for his car, but this is flippin' ridiculous. Those couriers get everywhere. If you're on a motorbike, remember the highway code. Mirror, signal, knock over the cyclist. Not so much a yellow jersey as a black and blue one. And what of Dwayne Bewley? Well, fortunately, our heroic car pusher has nearly made it. Go on, Dwayne, go on.
What's happening here?
No, they're not allowed to touch it, surely.
No, they're not allowed to touch it.
I think they're not telling him he's a danger, surely. He's not going to interfere.
I cannot believe that they'll be taken apart by Australia if they don't let him cross the line.
You hit it, Murray. You've picked up the vernacular very clearly. He's not getting
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. Push!
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 Come on!
One more time, mate.
One more heave, Dwayne, and you're going to be there. And
we'll call it quits.
What a great
He's down,
job
the flag's
you're doing
down.
for Fastway and yourself. Oh, they're deciding he's collapsing. Oh, let him go. Yeah, over the line goes the car.
What a great performance.
Damn, can't even give him a speeding fine. Dad, I have more evidence to incriminate the defendant. Jeremy, you must remember to call me lad in court. Oh, sorry. Of course, my dad. Never mind. Let's hear the evidence. Well, the defendant claims to be a footballer of some repute. However, when faced with a move to a league outside of Scotland, Mr. McCoist's form is somewhat disappointing. As I will show, the defendant arrived at Sunderland and seemed incapable of finding the back of the net. It's clear the man has no idea what sport is all about. Oh no, not Sunderland.
Fine play by McCoist. And that was not far wide. There's some confusion then at the back, and the ball running to McCoist. And he will not have a better opportunity than that. An opportunity, McCoist, and Platt did so well.
You might well shake your head. Did you score any goals in your career in England? There's more. The man obviously thinks he can turn his hand to anything. I have footage of him trying to box. He can't even manage to control himself doing that.
Tell you, man, I'm dancing like a bee, I'm stinging like a butterfly.
Just as well, because I've got your first opponent.
Who's it, man? He's gone.
He's just some local guy that's in the area.
He's going down. He's going down.
More boots, I think.
He's going down. He's going down. I'll tell you. He's going down. Ali!
Your Honour, again, I must object. Mr. McCoist was usually impeccably behaved. In fact, if some of these pugilists showed the same restraint and gentlemanly conduct as my client, then the world would be a better place. Pugilists? It's a fancy word for boxers. And who do you think you are? Chris Eubank? Who? You mean you don't know who Chris Eubank is? Right, let's see the evidence.
Boxers should remember, never hit a man in glasses. Ref, get some new specs. The commentators could start early with this bout. And he's on the ropes. He's on the ropes. He's flat on his back. Still, at least he's got up again. What an entrance. Now, the beauty of boxing is that one good punch and the lights go out.
Well, somebody hasn't put the money in the meter. And would you believe it, the lights have gone out completely here at the York Hall in Bethnal Green.
Here's American super heavyweight and Buster blood vessel lookalike, Butterbean. Well, that's the referee now, it has been. Now watch carefully, as one of these is about to leave himself uncovered. Keep your hair on, mate. Now, when you're on the ropes, it's good to have someone strong in your corner. And let's face it, who's stronger than your mum? Go on, mum. Give him a good right hook with your slippers. Careful. Oh my goodness, they've hit the ice cream man. Come on, get up. Don't be a flake.
Yes, Obiano gets it 1-man on a majority
vote. So one judge thought the Zulu Warrior won it, and you know, it was that kind of fight. It was difficult to score. I gave 2 rounds level. He doesn't even know how to get out of the ring, look. Oh well, he didn't know how to get in it, and he certainly doesn't know how to get out of it, but I'm delighted he did it. Good lad.
I don't suppose we can do him for drunk and disorderly. My dad, my learned friend seems to be able to dress the truth to suit his client's case. However, I have proof that when the defendant dresses himself, it's altogether another matter. It's clear from this that Mr. McCoist is clearly going down the pan.
Are you pretty lady? I want 5 more cheeseburgers, please, sweet child. Got it? God loves you, Lou. I got all the food I need. I sing to the Lord every night. But I wonder one thing. What happened to my dear old friend, Mr. Frank McCauley? That sounds like food, dinner time. I want someone to
Ally! Well, Frank.
Fred?
Frank, I haven't thought about you a long, long time. Even though I'm the king of rock and roll.
Listen, you've changed, mate. You've lost weight for one thing.
And who was that supposed to be?
That was Elvis.
Never heard of him. Was he a footballer?
You've never heard of Elvis?
Your Honour, I make no bones that when Mr. McCoist dresses up and tries to be amusing, it goes horribly wrong.
Are you taking the mickey?
Not with this script. No. That although it's true, Mr. McCoist looked absolutely ridiculous in some of those get-ups, his behaviour was absolutely impeccable. Unlike some other people I could care to mention.
Some mascots are more interested in scrapping than saving their team's bacon. Don't be scared of the big bad wolf. He's all huff and puff, you know. Football fans start young these days, like this little swinger from Chelsea. You know, when he grows up, he wants to be like Dennis Wise. He's halfway there. Can I give you a word of advice? If you're picking a fight, don't choose a 7-foot lion as your opponent. Remember, when celebrating a goal, don't overdo it, or else you'll just look stupid. Oops, too late. Normally when a footy crowd chants off, 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 it's after a bad tackle. But in this case, with Barnsley mascot Toby Tyke doing a full Monty strip, the less said about tackle the better. Hang on, you're supposed to be a dog and not a bear.
Still a big smile on the face of Steve Lowry.
Now, when it comes to golf, I've heard of a birdie, even an albatross, but a seagull?
Oh, oh dear, dear. Well, as if there's not enough problems. I think it's actually at the 17th green, I'm not so sure. And it is the 17th. Well, Butch Harmon told us of the problems of the 17th. He left that one out.
Meanwhile, over at the Aussie racetrack, there's another kangaroo court in action. What's that, Skippy? You nearly got knocked down by a car? Next, a tip for cricket fans. Always try to field like terriers. There you go. Isn't that 4-leg buys? Talk about a man's best friend. Well, a fielder's anyway.
What do they do? It's on the inside Lemieux from military started and...
Let's go back down under to Australia. Now these racehorses have an extra hurdle.
What's going to happen here? They can't shift the stalls. Riders, please be warned. Look up, boys. You've got to look up. This is incredible. You've got to stop. Goodness me. They can't shift the stalls now. They've just about got them all under control, I think. Oh, yeah, thank God for that. Oh.
You know what top tennis players are like? One slight distraction and they blow their tops. But this feline really set the cat amongst the pigeons. It became a catalogue of disasters. The crowd started catcalling, and a game of cat and mouse ensued to try and get the furry thing off the court. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty. Oh, forget it. I'll give you one guess where this match was held. Yes, Qatar.
Well, can I take an unplayable lie and move it?
Over to Pro-Am Golf from Pebble Beach, where Ray Romano has driven down to the seafront.
Oh, that's good. Don't worry about the hazard. Who cares? When you're down there, look at the dog. He says, the dog knows the rules better.
Yeah, I love the next shot coming.
All right.
Now he's roll right down there. Keep going. Oh, get it.
It might do it.
That's it. Oh, look out. That's the only chance he has to get it on the green.
Still, look on the bright side. The dog has left you a nice lie, and at least things couldn't get any worse. Quick, just hit it.
Watch out. Goodbye.
I knew that was coming.
Script this.
I knew that was coming.
Came to Pebble Beach to watch a golf tournament, and the Westminster Dog Show showed up.
Look out.
Watch out your backswing.
Oh, look out. You're going to kill a dog.
It's like he's in the world's biggest bunker.
Oh, wonder. Oh, yeah. He's going to Carmel, where he's going. He's really on his way. He says about halfway there.
Football players should also watch their backs when cornered. There's always somebody snapping at your heels. Isn't that Mickey Quinn in goal? Still, at least they score, even if they're only being watched by two men and a dog.
And there's Henry. That's the UCD mascot, and Shamrock Rovers bring their little mascot as well.
In the words of Alan Hansen, that's very sloppy around the box. Finally golf, and a glorious stroke to the green.
Good play with a two-shot lead, a good play. It's not close to the hole, but it's on the surface.
It's closest to the turtle, though.
But not all pitch invasions are done at lightning speed, as this turtle proves.
The turtle getting the reaction from the crowd.
He might lay a few eggs alongside it.
This is a tough group. There you go.
Usually, that's what I think of you.
Yes, the turtle's moment on national TV. And, well, I guess if nature's going to visit, nature might as well come.
Enjoyed the turtle on the golf course. It reminded me of Alice in Wonderland. Or was it my days at Oxford? Dad, the defendant is a known cheat. I have footage of his over-the-top dive in the Scottish Cup final against Hearts. He then followed this by not accepting his bid to con the referee, but with over-the-top hysterics.
The touch is Ally McCoist, looking for a penalty kick, and he's got it! No, he hasn't. Ally McCoist reckoned that was a penalty.
Members of the jury, what did you make of that dive?
Cheat, 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 cheat.
When will you learn? Footballers can't act. Try telling that to Vinnie Jones. Who? You haven't heard of Vinnie Jones either. My lad, I could give some explanation to that unfortunate incident, but it's not in the nature of Mr. McCoist to offer up some feeble excuse for his actions. However, there are some things that are inexcusable. If it pleases the court, I'd like to show you them.
Campbell's come a long way here, and if he hits, well, he won't hit with a throw like that. That's gifted the West Indies a 4, and really whatever Gordon Greenwich has been working on with the Bangladesh fielding, I don't think that would be part of it.
Clearly, this fielder will never win a coconut at the fair.
Shahryar will not be pleased with this, but this could be attributed perhaps to the coldness of the hands. The ball just would not come out. And instead of going maybe just 2 meters to the stumps, it went another 60 or so to the boundary for 4.
On the old green base, Joe Sweel really came unstuck.
It's stuck, the cue is stuck in. I've never seen that before, not stuck where he's had to get the referee to help him. Well, if that doesn't end up on what happened next, nothing will. And I was about to say, actually, right, and I know it sounds silly, but I used that the other day in my match, and it was one of the worst ones I'd ever seen, and exactly the same happened to me. I still don't know why manufacturers put a U in the top of those extended spiders. If they just put a V in there, every cue would go through there no problem, but they persist in this traditional stuff.
All right, John, you're boring us now.
My own cue stuck.
A quick golf lesson with Ian Baker Finch. When being interviewed, don't look directly at the camera.
Oh!
Oof, he'll have a lump the size of a golf ball. Now, who hit that one?
Haven't you got a voice in your head?
Why, it was our friend Bernhard Langer.
You're right, Ian.
I am. I don't know how. Hit me on the bloody full.
Now, Bernhard, apologise.
Nobody saw this was going to be that long. It's a great shot. Went right over the flag. It's okay. I just see I hit you.
Some apology?
Yeah, right on top of the head. I couldn't believe it. It just frightened me more than anything.
In this baseball game, the pitcher really thought he had the game in his pocket.
Where's the ball? Where's the ball? They can't find the ball. Durham will score. Where is the ball? Boy, we've got some strange stuff.
But not as much as the umpire.
He didn't touch that ball at all. Now, where's the ball? It's in his pocket. It's in the pocket of the umpire. I can't believe this. I have never seen that. I've seen it. That run's got to count. It does. Part of the field, isn't he? He's already touched the whole plate. How many times are they going to make him touch it? Ray saw where it was. He came on in and scored, and it's a 6-4 ball game. This is unbelievable. I have never in all my ever seen that. Well, you're never going to see it. Look at he's standing there. There it is.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, get a sprint on?
You know, Velis, now then. Look at this. He's just arrived. He obviously hasn't had time to set his blocks in the right position. This has to go down as one of the most incident-packed morning's athletics I think I've ever witnessed.
I think it's also a home track decision because he really shouldn't be allowed to run.
Meanwhile, the England cricket captain thought about rearranging his field.
Gilchrist will pick up 2 more. He may get 3 here as Mark Lane has a complete nightmare at extra cover.
You better put Mark Lane in slip.
Well, I'm not quite sure how to describe this. Goes to the slide, but went a little late. Then we get the stumble. Now we'll have a despairing dive. And do you know the worst thing about that, Paul? He's going to see that about 18 times.
Well, it's already been on the big screen a couple of times. Oh dear, come here, ball, come here. Oh no.
104 and the frame.
The break of 104 from the defending champion enables Higgins to level at 5-all.
You might have to call a halt. It's done it again, whatever it is.
Now, I've heard of rain stopping play at cricket.
A lot of moisture.
But at a snooker match?
1974 in Manchester. Well, where else could it be but Manchester
play was suspended because the roof was leaking and the rain was coming in.
I hate to mention football errors, but this corner by South African Basham Mshlango just has to be flagged up.
Everybody laughed except number
That's right, just walk away as if nothing happened.
Here we go, Basham Mshlango, winner of the Golden Ball only a couple of days ago.
Tennis is a real mind game. And here, Mansoor Barami proves that you don't just have to beat your opponent, you sometimes have to beat yourself.
He won't get it. Yes, he will. Well, surely he'll never get this one. No.
Derek Cooper's second shot.
At the Open at Carnoustie, Derek Cooper decided to try a new type of golf shot.
Keep your eyes peeled to this shot.
Well, we've all heard of the slice and the hook. This one's the boomerang.
Well, it's always better to be lucky than good.
54 seconds. Great running by a very tired but no doubt elated Zola Peterson.
Tony, I'm very happy for her. There you see it on the screen, 8:53.50.
Ray, as we said, she needed to run a better last kilometre. You'll be delighted to know. Now, Peter Labuschagne will be delighted to know. 2 minutes 57 seconds for her last kilometre. Great running by South Africa's perhaps best known athlete, Zola Peterson.
These two Japanese cameramen went all the way to South Africa to get the best shot of Zola Bud, and they ended up tripping over themselves for this rare footage. Well, she's got shoes on.
Well, it's action all the way with Zola Peterson. She knows about falling on the track. This time it's not Mary Decker, it's the cameramen.
But Tony, those are the Japanese cameramen. They came all the way here from Japan to solely see Zola's race, and they're tripping over each other. Unbelievable.
Perhaps they didn't understand the way she told him to get out of the way in Afrikaans.
Faced with this difficult shot in the Solheim Cup, Brandy Burton went for a Burton. She's such a stick in the mud. As we saw earlier, tennis star Mansoor Barami, he really likes to get the crowd on the edge of their seats. Maybe this time he went a bit too far. Golfer Angel Cabrera proves the power of faith. You see, this angel was just praying the ball would drop.
He walked sort of aggressively towards it. Oh!
Walsall's Martin O'Connor didn't want to make his injury any worse, so called for the stretcher. It's like a scene from Carry On Matron. Over to Gaelic football. One way to prevent the opposition from scoring is by breaking the posts. But for the best way to distract the opposition, watch the Stevenage goalkeeper's trousers. Well, They do say that good goalies, they're a bit mad.
Nice tackle. Yes, Your Honour. But may I point out that real trouble can sometimes be caused by the so-called fans.
Away. Rugby first. And it's a case of, can I kick it? No, you can't for this fan. Still, the real kicker went on to score. Baseball. So easy a child could do it.
And what happens here? He contends that a fan reaches up and touches it. But Richie Garcia...
What does the fielder think of that, Homer?
But if it's in the playing field, then it's not allowed. You're not allowed to touch it, and you can see that ball is touched right there. Nice catch by the kid.
It was love all in the Tennis for One Steffi Graf fan.
Does she have an answer? She's thinking about it anyway.
Probably not as much as Andre Agassi, though.
So he's got a tricky safety shot here.
Now, with Steve Interesting Davis involved, this snooker match was in danger of getting, a bit dull. Until this happened. That was a nice break, eh, Steve?
You get it at big sporting occasions, exhibitionist, young lady streaking. It brought the crowd to life, as it were. A good laugh, but really, it's very off-putting for the players.
And Ronnie having a glass of water, and I think he needs it. Did he see?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Ronnie smiling with John Street's eyes, and that really brought his smile.
This tennis fan was so excited he broke into song. Still, it can't be worse than Cliff Richard. Nick Faldo was well and truly knocked out at meeting his fan club. I don't think that's the sort of birdie Nick had in mind.
Rex on the shorter ball.
Finally, anyone who thought bowls was boring had better get abreast of the true situation and think again.
One shot. Hello. Wonderful.
And I thought it was only cricket that had bouncers. Better check your roots, boys.
Well, there's the bare facts before you now. Look at this. The Les thought his birthday had arrived. Thank you, thank you. Last time I saw those, he said when I was 21. It was a hell of a job running up with a full set.
I must say, the clips of all these boobs are becoming increasingly exciting. Do you think you could get me a copy of that tape? Dad, the case! Oh, very good, son. Make sure you put it in a rather nice case, would you?
Will do, mate.
Well, that's all very well, Mr. McCoist, but you're a known associate to certain members of society whose status can only be described as notorious.
Rubbish.
Oh, so you deny it?
I most certainly do.
Well, look at this. I would say you're more than friendly with a man they call Gaza. And how do you explain this? Have you been hanging around with David Beckham?
Objection. Immaterial. Overruled. The material in that kilt looked lovely. Where did you get it?
Mr. McCoist, do you deny that you know Mr. Gascoigne?
No, but he's just my friend.
And there's no other resemblance?
No.
Well, how do you explain this? Too many kebabs, was it?
Who ate all the pies? You fat pudding, you ate all the pies.
Your Honour, my client has done nothing wrong. Admittedly, he is friends with a couple of lovable rogues, Sue Barker and John Parrott, to name but two. But he has made no secret of this fact. In fact, he appears every week on Question of Sport with them.
Question of Sport? Oh yes, I love that. Tell me, is Henry Cooper still a team captain?
Henry Cooper?
You know the chap, fighter. Everyone always wanted to hit him.
No, you're thinking of John Parrott.
John Parrott? Never heard of him.
You've never heard of John Parrott?
Fair enough. Your Honour, what I was trying to say was there's a side to Question of Sport that nobody has ever seen. Allow me to show you, if you will.
Certainly.
Straight, yeah. Okay, well just go, is it? Yeah. Straight at the camera? Yeah, straight at the camera.
That's it. You just keep...
Can't find it.
It's alright.
What is it?
Try that again, hang on a second.
What is it?
Show him roughly what he needs to do.
This one here. Up here. Where is it? Okay, hang on. That one there. Right. Okay, David. Back a bit.
Hang on a minute.
Right. Got it this time. Okay, David.
Ready? Yep.
No, I've got laughter now. Shush. Quiet.
Okay.
Silencio. I was in Milan last week. This week. Ready? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, hello. Could you tell us where the auditions for steps is, please?
Yeah, they're on the first floor. Take the lifts at the end there.
All right, thanks.
Sit down, sit down.
It's alright.
There's our old mate Pat Cash. Pat,
Are you playing here? What?
Oh, no. We're here on a secret mission to see John McEnroe.
See McEnroe?
Yeah.
Had to be as sneaky as James Bond to get him in here, I'll tell you what.
Come on, we've wasted enough time already.
Yes, I agree, Agent 147.
What are you talking like that for?
Because my boy Ty's killing me. And anyway, the name's Bond. James Bond, can't you do a Bond impersonation?
Yeah, what? Roger Moore. And I know someone who knows more about Bond movies than I can. And I know someone who knows more about Bond movies than you do. He's gone! He's just gone! He's gone! He's just gone! He's gone!
The name's Bond, James Bond.
Hello, VJ.
Hello, John. Very well.
VJ.
Hello, Mr. Bond.
How are you?
Now, surely you can help us. We need the inside track. Is there any chance you could persuade John McEnroe?
I'm waiting for my cue. No, Ian Botham. Don't you do that. I've got to do another one now because you made me. Okay, I'm concentrating now. No, Ian Botham. You're all laughing at my ears. This isn't fair. Oh, have I got to do it again? Oh, no. Concentrate. I'm not going to look at him now.
No, okay, don't.
Stop it. And again. Sorry, Dave. No, Ian Botham.
So far in front that he pulls over for a packet of those remarkably good Walker's crisps.
I don't know what you're clapping because I've got on telly.
Inga, home or away? I'm sorry. Let me try that again. Inga, a number, please. I've gone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I'll do it
10,
again.
11, 12.
Ali.
Home or away?
I just moved it on a bit. I thought we'd move.
Okay, what happened next? What was the question? I don't know. What was the question?
Dickie, what happened next?
What was the question?
What happened next?
This is a home question. It can't be offered.
Shut up!
Sorry. You can't tell the referee to shut up.
I've had some divine intervention, and I'm going to go.
What is going on over there?
Hold on a minute. It's coming from that light. Are you all right there?
Because they don't know.
I think the stopper's come at me, girlfriend.
He goes to all his gigs. It's the heat. What do you expect? He's thirsty and gave up.
One thing you do learn is that cheats never prosper. Well, except maybe sometimes.
So what first? The year, the footballer, or the batsman?
Is that right?
You know, I didn't even see the batsman.
We think it was 93.
No.
No, 2! 2 we meant. I meant 92. No, I didn't. I meant 92. I wouldn't lie. I've got 92
So if
written
you said
down.
93 and that's wrong.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Look, I've got 92 written down.
my point of view.
I meant 92.
92. Oh no!
I meant 92. I promise you.
Oh, Sue! It's no fair, Sue. Oh no!
Honestly, God, I'm going to put someone in the final.
92, Sue.
Show me the pad.
No, I'm not having this. No.
What? Have you
92.
written on that?
No.
I can't read. Bring it here.
92.
Tony, show it me. Tony, just bring it here. Will you?
First answer.
It's nothing written down there.
Sue,
It's the biggest 92 in the world.
He's just written that till.
I was looking at all these things and look at this big.
Mark Walters. Is it Mark Michael Thomas?
Yeah, that's not doing it.
That's a big enough.
When did Thomas? No, because it's sooner, so it's got to be Waters.
It was written down, 92.
So what's the adjudication on what he just said?
He's got it.
For saying 93 first, he gets it.
For having written it down.
I wrote down 87.
Ali, you've got a conscience.
I have. I did say 93. Get him. No, I did.
Oh, don't want it now.
No, I did.
No, I refuse to take it now.
I did say 93.
No, I don't want it.
If we get beat by 1 point. We get beat by 1 point.
Okay, we'll take it.
The adjudicators in my ear said you could have it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is his mother, by the way.
I think Jenny Pittman wanted to be a millionaire. She just kept asking the audience.
Now, all you've got to do is lip read the audience. I've just worked it out. Those two up there. Come on.
No whispering at the back. No whispering.
Tennis player.
No.
Excuse me.
You'll be given out as well.
Give him out, so. Here, John has to prove that he has written down the answer, or else he won't get the points. But can he find that paper?
John, for the integrity of the programme and for the honesty factor, can you show me a piece of paper that you've written it down on?
Absolutely, yeah, it's under the thing. I've just put it under there. We got it. Hang on, that's Dominic Dale. Hang on, it's Little Willie. He's under it. Where's Pontefract gone? Have you ever seen anyone so desperate for a point? There we go. Crystal Palace! Plymouth Argyle! Oh, it's not there. Willie Carson! Where's it gone?
Hey, you couldn't find 3 more honest lads and you won't believe us. I'm shocked. Disgusted.
No!
Hey,
Pontefract, I found it! I mean, I kept saying it was a piece of cake. I'm not like... I mean, there isn't a cake called a haydock, is there, or a Doncaster?
And you can bet that whoever thought of introducing the buzzer round instantly regretted it.
Oh, that's John's the bell, and Ali, you're the...
Hey, believe me, he doesn't need a buzzer either. I don't know who thought this idea up, but it's a lot of... Well, let's go on with it. How come I've got a cash register? It's like, yeah, I'm free. You've got absolutely no chance of winning that.
I think he looks more like Mrs. Sligo, doesn't he?
It's 1 point for a correct answer.
Here Sue will explain this round, but unfortunately we couldn't figure out who was first to the buzzer.
It's different this week. The surname... Listen carefully. 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 The surname of the first answer forms the Christian name of the next.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what's wrong with that? And so on. The surname of the first answer forms the Christian name of the second answer.
Are we going on BBC Two now? Is this opening up?
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Okay, are you ready for question 1? Here we go. Football. Which current Aston Villa defender made his debut in the Premiership aged 17?
Gareth Barry.
Sorry?
Gareth Barry.
Yes. Rugby union.
Barry John.
Yes, you see. Who needs the questions? Football. Which legendary Welshman joined Juventus?
John Charles.
Yes. Football. Who scored the winning goal in the 1971 FA Cup final for Arsenal?
Charlie George.
Yes, Charles. Yep.
Charles and Charlie.
Well, just the same Christian name, isn't it?
Charles Andrew George.
Who's the Scotland prop with the same name as the Spurs?
George Graham.
Yes. Rugby union. Name the New Zealander who coaches Wales. Matt.
Graham Henry.
Yes. Rugby league. Who's the New Zealander?
Henry Paul.
Yes. Golf. Name the Scotsman who's...
Paul Loddy.
Yes. 25 all. Football.
Loddy McManamy. But name the Wycombe Wanderers manager who scored... Laurie Sanchez!
Can't be offered, so that's 1 point away.
Sanchez, someone!
Name the Spanish woman's...
Sanchez Vicario! No! Sanchez Vicario!
There's no bell there, come on, Sue.
Well, the trouble is I saw his was lit and then Dion's was lit, so I'm going to ask the referees upstairs because they didn't have the buzzers on.
I'm waiting for someone called McManamy, somebody. If anyone knows him, let me know.
There we go, another one.
Oh, no, Laurie McManamy. That was the same as we read these after Ash last week. Because I was thinking, it can't be Sanchez going to know.
We have a problem because I looked over that Ali's light was on, so I thought he had, but then I looked over your light was on, so they're just discussing it upstairs.
You heard mine. His light was on, but nobody was at home.
Yeah. They're going to check on the VT.
Check the VT. I mean, it's only a game to us, but upstairs.
It has to be fair.
Bet's not on upstairs, not like.
Ali, we're going to have to do the question again, so you're going to have, because we've got to have it buzzed in properly.
Yeah. Okay.
But they checked it without the sound.
Sanchez Vicario!
I knew this was going to happen.
McMenemy Sanchez Vicario! That famous northeastern tennis player. Well, yeah, played well there.
Okay, we ready? Name the Spanish woman who's won 3 French Opens.
Sanchez Vicario! Tell me I'm right. Please tell me I'm right. I know it's a long shot, but I feel good about
it. Ali, you've got to buzz in quicker than that. You buzzed in straight away.
That was them I'm playing.
Right. Are we recording? Tennis. Name.
I say, James.
We could
be a good lad and get the slippers, wouldn't we? And by the way, wouldn't be Sanchez Vicario,
Tennis. Name the.
Sanchez Vicario!
John, do you know your alphabet? I hope you do, because these answers are all in alphabetical order.
Now here, a famous sports star doesn't even know his alphabet.
Okay, so we do start with...
This should be as easy as
We do start with A. Golf. What do you score if you complete a hole in 3? Ali.
Albatross.
Yes. Football. Which club came within 2 minutes of winning last season's Champions League? Ali.
Bayern Munich.
Yes. C. Which England cricketer took a hat-trick against West Indies in '95? Ali.
Cork.
Dominic Cork. Snooker. Name the player who holds the record for the fastest ever frame. Steve.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Thank you. Now I got carried away.
No, Steve, it was D. Tony Drager.
And sometimes experts are not quite as expert as they think.
And it's something slightly different again, because I know the captains have had such fun with the alphabet in the past.
Oh, no.
This time, the Christian and surnames start with the same letter. Okay? The Christian name and the surname start with the same letter, and it's the alphabet. We're going to start with A. Tennis. Which man? I knew you were going to go. You should have waited for the question.
Well, I only know one.
It was a perfect answer, but sadly he didn't win the '99 Australian, French and US Open title. It's Andre Agassi. Good try though. Athletics. Which
pitch stop.
Dick Dastardly.
Keep it up. Peter Perfect. Professor Puff Bending.
Someone else want to take over. I've heard enough. The first letter of the surname will spell out a famous player from Euro 96. You've got to
And
collect
finally,
the first
football
letter of the
pundit Andy Gray.
surnames. They'll spell
Not
out a
surprisingly,
famous
poor
player
Andy has
from
no
Euro
idea what's
96.
going on.
You can buzz in at any time to tell me who you think it is for 5 bonus points. But if you guess wrong, the other team will then have the rest of the time to get it right.
The drama here. Now, the first letter. Can we just clear it?
Let's clear it. Let's get the rules.
The first
We need
letter,
the rules established.
Yeah, the first letter of the surname
Yes.
is the beginning of the surname of a player from Euro 96.
Yes.
So no, it
No.
can't. If it was T, for instance, it couldn't be Tommy.
No,
I've just cleared that up.
no, it is. It's all
Could be
about
Tommy.
surnames.
Unless
It's
that was his
surnames.
surname.
It's surnames, okay?
Thanks,
You
Sue.
collect the first, yeah, and then it goes in order. Are you?
In order? What do you mean in order?
You've got to collect them.
So his first letter is
The
actually...
first letter of the
letter
surnames
surname.
will spell out a famous player.
Ali.
So A, B, C, D.
First letter of the first answer will be the first letter of his surname.
Thank you, Peter.
Thanks, Peter.
I've got a tip for you here, lads. Don't press anything. We'll win by 10 points.
Are we ready now? It's 1 point for a correct question, 1 point for a correct answer, 1 point away for an incorrect answer. Here we go. Your time starts now. Which Croatian striker won the Golden Boot? Ali.
Suka.
Yes, Davor Suka. Got that, Ali? No, got
Got it, answered it.
I mean, Andy, no, he's looking confused.
That's crazy. How does his surname, first letter of his surname? What?
Because now that is the first letter of a surname of a famous person that performed in
Why do we need this first letter? We know, if you just ask the question, we get it.
But is the next letter his next?
Yes.
The next answer is the next letter of his next thing.
Come on.
So, yes. Next letter's you. Okay.
No.
Have we got any school teachers here? Anyone need to school today? Can we get over there?
So we've got S.
You got S, okay. Are you ready for the next one?
Alright. Oh,
Not
right, I've
sure
got you
I
now.
am.
I know I've got you now.
Right. Name the Scottish centre-back at Euro 96. Peter.
Henry.
Yes, Colin Henry.
Press, want to go for it.
You want to go for it?
Went for it. There it is, there.
No, discrepancy.
Yeah, yeah.
No. Hold on. Before we say anything, I need to ask the judge, because Ali's buzzed.
Yeah, he did buzz.
Peter wants to answer it.
But he didn't answer the question.
Just
Sorry?
answer the question.
Oh, but it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't
Buzz in at any
matter.
time. That I did hear Sue say.
Excuse inquiry.
And we're bigger than you.
Excuse me, we've got 4 English here.
No, the light is on. Ali, it's your turn.
We're going to have a guess at the name.
Yeah, I thought you were. That's why you were buzzing in, I
Please,
thought.
to God, be Alan Shearer.
No! Yes, it's Teddy Sheringham.
I told you, boys, don't press anything!
Well, Sean, would you like to sum up? Well, I have a final piece of evidence that is irrefutable. My learned friend here would have us believe that Mr. McCoist has never done anything wrong. A man who could do no wrong. A man who's kind to little puppies and kittens. Well, I can prove that this is nonsense. He's a bad man. A man who has frightened millions of people, including innocent children and indeed sweet old ladies. A man who has caused millions of people to recoil in horror. Mr. McCoist, how do you explain this haircut?
wasn't my fault. It was dark. I'd had a few drinks. Aren't you going to say anything?
I'm washing my hair of you. You're guilty.
Quite right. Take him away. But I'm innocent. Thank God that's over with. Right, I'm off. Doris, care to join me for a quick one?
Oh, cheeky!
Take him away.
This is going to be difficult, I'm telling you. This isn't, it's not going to be easy, this, by the way. Examples of carelessness. The first charge, start again, right, okay. 66. No, that was 60. By no means the worst examples of I'm struggling with that word carelessness this evening, aren't I? Can we do that again? Thank you.